Hello, this is Boom, and this is a game called Off. It's an RPG Maker 2003 game, and I heard about it on Uboy-chan's Other Games thread. I haven't seen anything about it on Tumblr or on YouTube from the LPers I follow, nothing. So I decided to make some videos, and this is going to be like the 15th time I've tried to record this, so hopefully it will work according to plan. Let's move on. Caution. Certain scenes in this game could be immensely shocking to an unwarned public. Or not. Maybe. The atmospheric sounds of Off have been created by Alias Conrad Coldwood and are an important part of the game. It would be a shame to play without them. This game has very, very nice music. I'm gonna cough. Yeah, also, I'm a little bit sick, so, if I ever start coughing, I'm probably gonna cut the video because nobody wants to hear a person cough through their whole entire Let's Play, so hopefully you guys aren't too bothered by random cuts that I will try to keep between important information and music. Let's move on. Yes, my name is Boom. Yes, I am a girl. You have been assigned to a being called the Batter. The Batter has an important mission. Be sure that it's accomplished. We will drop you off at Zone 0. Good luck. For more information, find the one called the Judge. To move my body, use the arrow keys on your keyboard. To interact with the environment, use the spacebar or the Enter key, or the Z key. RPG 2003 games and RPG 2000 games use the Z key. That's something that I think everyone probably knows by now, but I'm just letting everyone know just in case. Anyway, let's move on. Zone 0, you can read it and you're not... okay. There cannot be any other living beings in Zone 0, so I must assume that you are only a mere product of my imagination. Nevertheless, I will introduce myself. I am the Judge, and I am aching to know your name, dear illusory interlocutor. I hate this word. I'm the Batter. I've been assigned to a sacred mission. It is a pleasure. However, it is not the puppet I addressed, but the puppeteer controlling it. What is your name, dear puppeteer? Her name is Boom. She can't talk to us. This is cute. However, she can hear and see everything. Even though you too are nothing but a mirage in my eyes, let it be said that I am delighted to meet you as well, dear Boom. Why, thank you, weird cat. I believe we're in need of your services. Many people are in need of my services, you know. Everybody loves cats. We rub ourselves against their legs and purr in an insistent manner. They adore that. I'm not talking about that kind of help. I see. But what sort of service could I offer to an ectoplasmic entity? I have a sacred mission to fulfill. I must purify the world. There is no objective more laudable than yours. I accept to serve you as a guide through this area, if it is of any help to you. Thanks. Anyway. Impossible. Useless. A luck ticket has been found. Awesome. Allow me to tell you that you are very tangible for a phantasmagorial being. Might you be in fact a creature of flesh and blood? I think so, yes. So I misled myself in error from the beginning. You did not even interrupt my deluded banter. This is relatively bizarre, I must say, for you are the first living being I was given a chance to encounter in this loo. I had in fact concluded that Zone 0 was an empty land. Obviously, I was mistaken. However, there exist other zones where the risk of hostile individuals attacking you in the most violent manner is quite high. Your sacred mission will likely lead you into those lands. Would you like me to teach you the art of violent confrontation? The combat tutorial takes quite some time. Yes. This here is the battle screen. As you can observe, You will find yourself placed at the right-hand side of the screen. Blech. Your opponent, however, in this case yours truly, will be located on the left in single combat. At the beginning of the combat, you will be confronted with a choice. You have to decide whether to attack, auto, or flee. Attack naturally permits you to engage the fight in the classical fashion. If auto is your decision, the computer will make the strategic choices in your place, making you simply the spectator. Finally, flee, as its name indicates, is the option of the coward. I dehort this alternative. But now it is time for the offense. Choose attack, select the batter, and choose attack anew to off me with your bat. Do not utilize the auto function. The computer will not hold back, and I would take the risk of dying, taking my secrets with me to the grave. Love the kitty. Excellent, dear compliant companion. You must consider that the impact of your assaults depends on the level of the batter and the enemy. It is possible that you or your adversary could avoid the barrage of attacks that you will throw at each other with slyness. There's also the possibility that your cast iron will could get you a critical hit, which will cause teeth to fly in heaps. So cute. But let us move on, if you are willing to. You may have noticed that when you chose attack for the first time after you selected the batter, a new window opened itself at the lower right-hand side of the screen. There, you have the choice between 4 new options. Attack. Sorry, I'm gonna cough. Attack leads to a soul strike against a likewise soul adversary. Competence permits you to use one of your special skills. Objects will grant you access to the items you are currently carrying. Finally, you have yet again the opportunity to flee. But remember, solely the batter is responsible for that option in his personal menu. How about trying to utilize an object? Take this left ticket and use it on the batter's person with gratitude. Alright. Objects. Impeccable. Your mastery of battle borders on brilliancy, my dear. But there is one thing we have not yet addressed. I am, of course, talking about competences. They are generally, in layman's terms, special moves. They can trigger surprising effects. They may induce a resurgence of health points, or may be in and of themselves powerful attacks. Nevertheless, know this. Any use of competences leads to a consumption of competence points. So I ask that you use these skills sparingly. Once your CP is completely consumed, it will be impossible to carry out heavy assaults. And if you happen to cross swords with a tougher opponent before being able to get some more CP, victory will be uncertain. But try it right away. Choose competence and try using the wide angle, which will allow you to analyze your enemy. As soon as I load up. Alright. The Judge. An odd-appearing cryptic cat. HP 300, CP 30, no weakness or resistance. You now know not only all about me, but also about the art of combat. About the wide angle. Know that the batter's analysis will always be based on the start of the battle. Thus, he may accidentally analyze adversaries you have already knocked for a long time. The confrontation ends, theoretically, when the health points of your team or all of your opponents fall to 0. Take good care of your health if you want a successful career in purification. That took forever. From now on, you'll be ready to crush all impure obstacles that get in your luminous mission's way. Well, supposing your intelligence is on the same level with your undeniable capability of dealing bat blows to an innocent cat. Be as it may, your training has not reached its end yet. Let me ask you to follow me, if you still want me as your guide. Cat goes shoom. Ah, yes, to pass through here, you need to use your cerebral organ. You know, the one bathing flabbily in your cranium. I believe those floating blocks represent the order of the symbols you see on the wall. Or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a problem, my dear pictorial heroes? I am not your janitor. I cannot do everything for you. Nonetheless, may I dare to suggest you wage activating certain ones of these strange floating blocks more than one time, if required? That was a mouthful, so come, solve this intriguing puzzle for me, and quickly, if you please. I wish to rejoin the ground floor as soon as possible. Okay, 1, 2... I've already done this before. And I kind of hate it, so I already know it, and we're just gonna pretend, yeah, okay. Ahaha, finally! After all that exertion, the eagerly awaited recompense makes its entrance to the scene. Oops, pressed the wrong button. Anyway. So the freaking cats. Okay, down. There's supposed to be, like, a hint in this. I think. But I just guessed through it. And you will see, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're done. Here's an accessory that is going to be especially helpful on your purifying quest, dear enlightened student and sportive friend. It is a cube hovering in midair, as you have likely noticed. I cannot ever say midair right. Nevertheless, you'll be able to differentiate it from similar ones by the contrast of bad taste it imposes on your view of its dreaded color, defying any sensible course of plastic arts. It stands out. However, do not judge it too quickly, because despite its criticizable appearance, this red cube is of undeniable use. Aside from rendering you the entirety of your health and competence points, it is capable of saving your progress and sending you to the nothingness. The nothingness is a loo of transition outside the space itself, where you can travel from one point to another at the speed of light. I now urge you to try it out, in order to discover locations more populous than this barren wasteland. Open your wings, my dear companion, and hurry away towards the following zones without hesitation. Your only enemy is the fear that will grab you. Okay. Do not worry, I too travel a lot through the different zones of the world. We will nearly meet one another eventually, without a doubt. Ah, by the by, take this. This object of a curious name will be your key that permits you to enter Zone 1. Have I clarified that you can at any time consult your inventory and characteristics by pressing the escape key? The Leo card has been found. Aha! Go ahead. I am inviting you to try using the floating cube, right over there. Time to save! And thank you for watching, and this is the end of the video. Bye, guys!